Hello, and welcome to the second week of 2024. So, I hope this message finds you amid the gentle embrace of January, where resolutions find the rhythm, possibilities of the year begin to unfold. This is the week of January the 8th through to the 14th, 2024. It's a time when the echoes of the New Year's resolutions linger and the energy of self reflection deepens. So, whether you're taking intentional steps towards your goals or simply finding a place of peace in the present moment, know that the universe is harmonizing with your journey. As we immerse ourselves in the energy of this week, let's cultivate a space for inner harmony, self discovery. January invites us to continue the journey within, to align our intentions with the cosmic flow and embrace the wisdom that unfolds in the quiet moments. I'm truly grateful to have you here, sharing in this cosmic exploration. Together, let's navigate the currents of the energy around us, uncover the insights for the week, and infuse the early days of the year with a mindful presence. Stay tuned as we unravel the cosmic threads from January the 8th through to the 14th through the tarot cards. I'm excited to share my insights, offer some guidance, and be a part of your journey into the depth of 2024. Wishing you cosmic peace and a week filled with mindful moments. Let's go now to our personal sun, moon, and rising zodiac signs, and let's continue this journey together. I'll see you there. Welcome, Scorpio. This is your weekly focus for January the 8th through to the 14th, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thanks for being here. And if you like what I do, you appreciate me being here, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, leave a comment. I would appreciate it. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say for you. Let's get our fast cut here. Oh, it was a strange cut. Okay. Our underlying energy for the week is the Queen of Wands. You want to transform. You want to become. You want to step into new experiences. Research. Ask questions. Talk about it. Read about it. Yeah, do some research. Do some digging. Make sure that that's truly what you want. Once you decide that that's what you want, trust me, your energy will be in high gear. Okay, if you think that you need some kind of help or team, they'll show up. Okay, people want to be a part of your energy. Absolutely. But, with this energy too, when you make a decision, you never have to look over your shoulder and wonder, as you look into the past, did I make the right decision? Did I do the right thing? You never have to doubt yourself under this energy when you're making decisions. So this is a good week for you to make some decisions in your life through thought, through research, through asking questions. So if you want to start your own business, well, then go to somebody who has a successful business like that already. Okay, and they're going to give you tips of how they, you could avoid a lot of problems just listening to the things that they went through, and you will understand the faster way of moving yourself forward by their stories, by what they share with you. So it's about talking about it, it's about reading about it, it's about researching it, it's about asking the questions so that you can come to some kind of solution. And then once you have that solution, it's not really like you need this big elaborate plan or even this big strategy. It's about, you start and then, okay, is this working? Is that working? Do I need to pull away from this a little bit? Do I need to give this more energy? Do I need to add something different in here? So you'll constantly be re-examining because that's kind of how you based your whole trajectory on, right? By first thinking it through and talking and looking at it and investigating. Okay. First card, the Knight of Wands. So you're kind of in this no man's land. this week, okay? You've done what you had to do, okay? Okay, everything that there was to accomplish, you've already done all that, okay? But now there's new things to accomplish, new things to step into, uncharted territory perhaps. And so you're kind of on this path and you've gotten to this point. Now you dismount off your stallion and you drop to one knee and maybe you're talking to God, your angels, the universe. And you're giving thanks that you've made it to the here and now, and you're giving thanks for the here and now. So gratitude is a part of this, being grateful for where you are at this present moment in time. But it's also about asking for the protection, asking for the love, the support, the clarity, the knowledge, the wisdom to walk the path going forward with success, with joy. Maybe you're unsure of the path. Maybe you're looking at this whole new transformation of who you are and who you're becoming or what you do and what you want to do going forward. And so you're asking for some kind of, to instill some kind of faith or belief that they've got your back or, and they are. They do have your back. The problem with us, okay, is we get on these, I'm going to go this direction, and you start going that direction, and then Aunt Sally phones you and says Uncle Harry's in a mess, and your attention goes over there, and they take up your time for 2 weeks because they needed your help, and then you come back to what you were doing, and what happened to it? Where'd it go? Well, your attention shifted. Your focus shifted. So did all the energy. Okay. Your next card is the Ten of Cups, the happily ever after. This is about looking at, okay, so, just go off the deep end for a second and think, what would be the end all of all dreams, all desires? What would my best life ever look like if I had the courage, the strength, the time, the energy, the resources to do what I wanted to do? What is it? What is it? Give it some thought this week. I'm serious. Now, you may not step into that, but wow, even if you got halfway, right? So this is the happily ever after. This is allowing the dreams to come true, to know that you are worthy and deserving, that you've got what it takes, to know that you are enough for whatever dream you want. And the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is saying you've reached a certain point here. Once again, like the Knight of Wands was talking, we're kind of in no man's land, and we're kind of here in no man's land too. The mature sunflowers at the bottom of the card represent all of the things that you have done, your accomplishments to the here and now, and they all are mature. I mean, there's not a leaf missing, there's not a seed missing. I mean, you've done it to perfection, okay? And now it's time to go to an elevated path or a whole new path. Okay? The mountain behind you symbolizes abundance, successes, great growth. You're dressed in white, so it's all about the new adventure, the new opportunity. So you're kind of, you're right in this position this week where you're not really going forward yet. They're giving you a lot of food for thought. They're asking you to grow your dreams, your desires, your wants, to grow it to the next level and beyond. But this is the time for you to understand that if you stay where you are, you're going to stagnate. That there is more awaiting you. Now, do you have the courage to go after it? Well, let's see what work and career tells us. The Page of Swords. A little bit of serendipity here never hurts, okay? The page is a very young energy, and when we are young, I mean, we're not the emperor or the empress here. Absolutely not. We're going to fall on our face a whole bunch of times, okay? And especially when we are going into new territory. Of course we're going to make mistakes. Of course we're going to mess up. We're human. We're supposed to do that. That's how we learn the best. When we mess up sometimes, we will never make that mistake again. Okay? But on the other hand, I would caution you to make sure that you are not doing something, you're just not shaking the tree for the hopes of some apples falling down. You're not just doing something to change the energy, to throw something new into, because, we have to really think it through, right? Is this what I want long term? Like, what is this going to do for my short term? What is this going to do for my long term? Is this something I want to invite really into my life? Is this something I really want to do at this point in time? But there's also this hint of serendipity of sometimes we just kind of have to take a little bit of a risk and step into something and just see where everything lands. Okay, so if you're looking for work, well, I would have to say if you're looking for work, then it best bring in joy and it best bring in money. Okay? It's got to have those two things. So don't go for one of those low-end jobs, okay? Believe in yourself enough to go for something greater than you think you deserve, okay? How about that? Go after, eventually, the page does become the empress, the emperor. But if we don't get out there and experience, then we will never grow into those footsteps, those shoes, so to speak. So, if you were applying for jobs and you're just, applying for, bottom level entry, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Go for something a little bit bigger. Go for something to stretch yourself, to grow in some way, that you grow into that role. Okay? Anybody who runs a factory will tell you, they put out a help wanted for a general laborer, and they get thousands of applicants. Because most of us think, well, we could fluff through it. We could do a general labor. If they can do it, I can do it kind of thing. But when they put out a job for something in corporate office or management positions or lead hands, and they get 100 or two, a couple hundred applications, because nobody believes that they can do it. Nobody believes that they really, and they'll tell you, we hire some of these people and it's like, oh my gosh, you are so beyond. And even when I was hiring, I'd be looking at them and going, why would you even be applying here? You have so much more going for you. Like, please leave and raise your belief in yourself. But I think that kind of goes with just about anything. If you're in a job placement or, this is a time when, yeah, go for that promotion. Why shouldn't you do it? You've been with the company long enough. You know the ins and outs. Yeah, there might be some fine tuning that has to be done, but you can do that, right? They'll give you a grace period. You make all your mistakes the first couple of months. Learn from them and be strong in the role. You want to start a new business? You want to go off on your own doing something? Give it a try. Allow the transformation of you to happen. Don't limit yourself. Don't put a glass ceiling in place. Okay, relationships. Oh, the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands for relationships. you got way too much on your plate. Okay? You got way too much on your plate. You can't take care of yourself properly, much less be in a relationship with somebody and take care of them too, okay? And be that partner, okay? You really got to look at what you're doing, okay? And say, okay, this has momentum. This will give me some growth. This will take me to where I want to go, okay? Look at those ones. Some of them have some leaves. Some of them have some great growth promises there, but others are deadwood. And so I think, especially when it comes to relationships, first of all, I think you need to really get focused on what is needed and what isn't needed. Like, are you doing all this stuff to build a relationship and most of it's going unnoticed? Or, do you go out of your way to do things and they take it for granted? Or, yeah, be careful with this kind of energy, okay? It's like you're giving too much of yourself away. You need to turn the relationship back on you. Loving yourself. Don't worry, okay? When you turn the love back on yourself, and a very authentic self-love, not one that's egotistic or anything, you grow as a person. And when you grow as a person, you automatically see where you can meet others' needs, help them grow, help them define their paths and who they are. But I think with this kind of energy, you got to try to focus a little bit more on yourself right now, rather than looking at the relationship. There could be transformations happening within the relationship as well. Things are changing, and so what you were carrying forward within the relationship doesn't seem to work, and it has to kind of be restructured in some way. If you're going on dates and you're looking for somebody, I'd say turn it on yourself, like turn it inward a little bit, and turn it to you and building yourself up in some way. Maybe you're talking, maybe you're communicating about things in the relationship. Talking about the different things that have to happen, some of the things that aren't working, some of the things that are working. But have that relationship with yourself as well. What things are working, what things are not working. I so apologize. I've had to turn the camera off on several occasions. Okay, here we go. The Empress shows up for your spirituality. Become the Empress in your life. Okay? Start imagining what you want to give birth to, what you want to create, what you want to manifest. Seriously. Turn your attention, in your daydreams, in your meditations, in your prayer time. And when you start to get that monkey brain and you realize that you're thinking about all this crazy stuff, turn it back to some really, turn it into your own craziness. Okay? Of what you want to create, of what you want to do, of what you want to, give birth to. And the Empress is a very strong card to have in your spirituality. Because what you perceive in your mind, what you start talking about, it happens. And look at it as, what am I creating? What am I manifesting? What am I giving birth to? What do I want to give birth to? What do I want to manifest? Health, well-being, Six of Wands. I think you've been feeling pretty good. Quite honestly, you're doing good. And this is not a time to say, I'm going to go off the diet for, the heck with the diet. I don't need it anymore. I don't need to exercise. I ain't going to the gym anymore. I don't need the sleep. I can burn the candle at both ends because I want that new promotion and I got to put in extra time. This is like, do not rest on your laurels kind of energy, okay? If you have any kind of health regime, you need to stick to it now more than ever, okay? Because it's gotten you to here, okay? And you want to continue on. So if anything, you're looking at new things to add into your life in order to make you stronger, more viable, more vibrant, more alive. Okay, let's go to our Circle of Doors Tarot. Okay. And we have the Seven of Keys, Perseverance. Okay, so let's go to the Seven of Keys. I think I went too far. I did. Way too far. There's the Eight of Keys. We're so very close. Okay, here we go. Had I really so desired this bitter taste of becoming? Another plate of delicacies for me to let rot? Another wide-eyed admirer to twist my brow? Another rude challenge from a smirking child? Why is getting what I asked for so irritating? To choose a life of art and expression is to choose a difficult life. For the greater your power grows, the greater your struggles become. The brighter you shine, the more jealousies, deceptions, and manipulations will find their way to you. Do not shrink from the challenges that await your journey towards mastery. Stand tall, stand vigilant in the face of illegitimate criticisms and immature projections. If you hold tightly to that first spark that set you down that creative path and keep those you trust close to you, you will persist through the crashing waves, and you shall become stronger for it. Ask yourself, what are you willing to endure for the sake of your grandest goals? How will you keep your ambitions safe from the corruptions of fame and riches? How do you most reliably maintain your fiery center when you are assaulted by the storms of others? Your affirmations for this week are, I have a right to exist and express myself. I only accept critique from those I respect. My uniqueness is needed by the world. My dreams are worth fighting for. Pretty powerful affirmations. And now we will go to the Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. And I am willing to forgive. Forgiveness of myself and others releases me from the past. Forgiveness is the answer to almost every problem. Forgiveness is a gift to myself. I forgive and I set myself free. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.